Today's Fruit Lab topic is pineapple.
Oh, love the pineapple. So I brought some stuff today. Something you gotta try when you come to Taiwan.
Amazing. With shrimps in here.
I think every kid who's not allergic to shrimp loves it. It's pineapple shrimp. When it comes piping hot, it's super good.
Hi everyone, this is Jason Wang and welcome to Jason's Table, the Fruit Lab. Today we are taking a look at some of the amazing fruits of Taiwan and a very specific one in particular, but let me introduce my guest today, Alex.
Hey,
Hi,
Jason, how you doing? What's up, everybody? My name is Alex. Glad to be here.
Thank you.
Super excited.
Today's Fruit Lab topic is a magical, amazing fruit, the pineapple. The pineapple.
Oh, love the pineapple.
It is the #1 export for fruits for Taiwan. So the interesting thing is in Taiwan, in Taiwanese, what is pineapple called in Taiwan?
Actually, I don't know.
Oh, really? Okay, so it's called ong lai.
Yes, now I know.
Okay. So ong lai kind of sounds like the word for wang lai, just meaning auspicious.
Yes, prosperity. Okay.
So this fruit is considered a very auspicious type thing, right?
Is that why during Chinese New Year they put this in the kitchen?
Yes.
And they put a hongbao underneath. I didn't know that until I came to Taiwan too. So now we do it every year with my wife and my kids. We get all these pineapples everywhere because one, it's cool, and two, you get to eat it afterwards.
So scientific name, Ananas camosus.
That's the test at the end of this episode.
That's the pineapple.
Ananas?
Ananas camosus.
Camosus.
The pineapple itself is native to South America.
Yes, that I know.
Okay. But how did it make its way to the rest of the world? So question at the Fruit Lab trivia for you, Alex. Which historical figure is responsible for the dissemination of the pineapple to the rest of the world? Was it A, Christopher Columbus, or B, Queen Elizabeth I?
Oh, wow. Okay. He actually landed in Central America, right? And then they kind of made their way, and they brought, instead of bringing back golds and riches they were looking for, they brought back some food and spices. Sure. Right? So that's
logical.
I guess both could be possible, but that's what I would guess.
And I guess at that time they didn't have border restrictions for fruits, right?
A is Christopher Columbus?
Yep.
Okay.
You think it's A. Okay, is Alex correct? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do I get? What do I get?
Well, you'll see later.
What do I get?
But, so Christopher Columbus in 1493 came into the Caribbean, visited an island, specifically Guadalupe, where the natives were using pineapple for shampoo and all sorts of things for skin and also treating ailments.
Shampoo like this?
Oh yeah, the skin, right, for shampoo.
Invigorating.
So he brought
This is like a sponge.
Well, it's a little exfoliating.
Yeah, exfoliating.
So he brought the pineapple into the New World, took it back into Europe, and that's how it disseminated through. And interestingly enough, obviously this is a tropical fruit.
Yes.
Things did not grow well in Europe, so there were specific places called pineries, which were almost greenhouses built specifically to grow people's pineapples.
So they actually grew this in Europe?
They did. They took the plant back. It's considered a very expensive luxury plant to grow. They had to have special coal-heated stoves in order to keep the temperature up so they can grow the pineapple. Question for you, Alex. Do pineapples grow on a tree or do they grow in the field?
If pineapples grew on trees, they'd be really heavy.
Okay.
Because this is
a pretty
heavy fruit.
breadfruits grow on trees.
Yes, and coconuts are pretty heavy
durians.
too. Yeah, durians.
Okay.
But I've seen tons and tons of pineapples, and they grow in the ground.
Great. So you are correct. They grow in the field. Pineapple plants are a member of the bromeliad family, and they have, it's basically an enlarged version of the crown at the top. And actually for propagating this, you can twist off the top, and you actually grow a whole new pineapple plant from the top. Yeah.
And how long does it take, do you know, to get to this?
Typically 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And also once
That's not very profitable.
It depends. Yeah, it depends. Some places you can have a better growing season, but my understanding is it's typically 2 years.
Wow.
Time to cut a pineapple.
All right.
And I say cut in English, but in Taiwanese and also in Mandarin, they use a different word.
You kill it.
You kill it.
Yeah, literally.
It's very violent, right?
Yes, they call
it's called sa.
Like sa means directly kill in English.
So,
like the death of a pineapple.
The death.
Right? The death of a pineapple. Sorry, we're gonna kill you.
I cut off the top and I cut off the bottom.
Okay.
And then what I usually do is I will just peel off the sides here. And you can see.
Like corn.
Yes, and
right?
you can tell it is a multiple fruit if you take a look. 1, 2, 3, these are all separate.
The seeds in there.
These would be all the separate little flower things that have morphed into one, and you cut around. And the interesting thing about pineapple is pineapple, in fact, does not ripen after you pick it. I think that's something that people need to be aware of. Once it's picked, its sugar content does not continue to increase, unlike some other fruits like mangoes.
So I think people believe in that kind of myth, right? Because a lot of people said, oh, if you leave your pineapple out, I've heard it many times before, if you leave your pineapple out over time, it'll sweeten. But actually, it's not true.
No, the only thing you're gonna get is a rotten pineapple, right? So I'm gonna cut this in half. I'm gonna show you the inside.
It's a crown.
And then as a result, you can saw right here. So here's a knife.
Okay.
And you can have your own little crime scene here.
This is my my pineapple cutting
debut. Really?
My virgin pineapple cutting.
Wow.
Today. Sa.
Okay. But don't worry.
Sorry, Mr. Pineapple. I'm gonna kill you.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill you. Okay. Sa. Okay, and then the backside.
So juicy. All the juice coming out here.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And that is how you cut a pineapple.
Sa.
We have the two varieties. We have this one is called the Jingzuan Fengbi.
Golden diamond.
This is called the golden diamond pineapple. And then the other one we have is the Tianmi, so sweet or sugar honey pineapple. Let's try this one.
It's still very sweet. The aftertaste is really, really sweet.
It tastes like your typical store-bought pineapple, but added with a little bit of vanilla in there.
Yes.
And I think the flavor is much more rich. Let's try the...
So you can tell this actually is more...
transparent.
A little bit more porous and a little bit more transparent.
And this is typically the look of the flesh that if in the US you're buying a pineapple and it got overripe just sitting on your counter. But this is the optimal stage for you to try a Jingzuan pineapple here.
Definitely much less dense than this one.
It has an almost caramelizing taste, like burnt sugar, a little bit brown sugar flavor, a little bit of hints of coffee in there, but still vanilla on top of a pineapple flavor that you would normally think of. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little tingle in my tongue. So
I am feeling it now.
We've been eating a lot of pineapple. We talked about the enzyme.
I think this is the most pineapple I've eaten in one sitting in a while.
So let's move on to our little experiment.
Okay.
Look familiar?
Yes, the pineapple skin.
Pineapple, the skin or the peels.
Okay, the peels.
And this is beef.
Okay.
So our experiment is if we put the pineapple peels and the meat together, what is the effect of the pineapple for the meat? So is it A, going to be that the meat will become more tender, or is it B, that we're going to be able to store the meat for a long period of time?
Wow, okay. After today's lesson, because you learned about the bromelain, you talked about the enzymes and about it breaking it down. So I would imagine that adding pineapple peel or pineapple skin in the pineapple juice would actually make the beef more tender because it's breaking it down.
Okay, is Alex correct? Yes, he is.
Home run. I'm 4 for 4.
You're doing great today. So again,
I'm a good student.
Excellent student. So just like you said, the enzyme action of the bromelain, which is a protease thing, which actually breaks down proteins, that will help tenderize your meat. But let's have a sample of a meat that's been cooked with and cooked without, and we can see what the difference is. Here we have the 2 cuts of meat. This one has pineapple treatment marinade, and this one has not. And you can see just a little bit of the discoloration of the fibers on the meat. It has started to be tenderized by the enzyme action, and that's why you get a little bit of the gray color. So our marinade. This one was marinated, this one's unmarinated, and we've got a little bit of pineapple salsa here with some onion, olive oil, and...
Okay, which will we try first?
You can try the unmarinated.
Unmarinated?
Yes.
Okay, so this is unmarinated. Okay.
I mean, personally, I like a little chew on my meat because I think as you chew it, it starts to release more flavors and things like that.
This is just a regular strip one, right?
Marinated.
A little bit more tender in the middle. A little bit more tender in the middle. But still has that chew, right?
For me, the enzyme action of the pineapple has softened the fibers of the meat. So it gets a slightly creamy texture to it. So I think when you are marinating with pineapple and helping it to tenderize, you do need to be careful because if you let it go too long, your meat's gonna get mushy. But just that right amount of balance of time is gonna help you turn maybe a tougher cut into something a little bit more tender. Now that we've tasted some of the different ways you can handle pineapple, I hear you brought something special for me today.
That's right. I am the pineapple purveyor in Taiwan.
Really?
I'm just kidding. So I brought some stuff today to show you, Jason,
Thank
and
you.
to show all of our guests.
Let's take a
it's something
look.
you got to try when you come to Taiwan.
Let's take a look.
All right. All right, everybody. If you ever get a chance to come to Taiwan, I'm sure that at some point you will try one of these dishes because when you go out to eat, even if you go to a Chinese food restaurant, you'll get this. This is just Thai fried rice.
Amazing. With shrimps in here. Beautiful rice. Delicious with a little bits of pineapple in there.
So I think the difference between the Thailand fried pineapple fried rice and the Taiwan fried rice, the Taiwan fried rice is a little bit more glutinous and sticky. The Thai fried rice is more, they've kind of fried it where it separates a little bit more, right? So it's a little bit different texture, okay? And obviously the next dish here, this is, I think every kid who's not allergic to shrimp loves it. It's pineapple shrimp.
This one's called 凤梨虾球.
Okay.
Delicious.
When it comes piping hot, it's super good because the pineapple is still crispy, sort of, and it's fresh. And with the shrimp, it kind of makes it very, very good.
And I think the sweetness of the pineapple, that little acidity
combo.
just brings out the sweetness in the shrimp, so it's a perfect combination.
So I'm sure if you come to Taiwan, every time you go to a Chinese restaurant, at some point you'll have this 凤梨虾球.
Delicious.
Now, next, this is just canned pineapple, okay?
But obviously a very important export from Taiwan.
Yes.
So if you can't get fresh, here's the next best thing.
Yes.
And this one, a classic.
This is a classic.
This is like a postcard from Taiwan.
I think everybody that comes to Taiwan, when they leave, they always bring back pineapple cake. What you have on the left, this is like premium grade. It's 100% pineapple cake made from pineapples. The one on the right is pineapple with donggua, which is a winter melon. So obviously this is like a high grade premium pineapple cake. So you have to look on the package, make sure if you really want to give a good gift to a really good friend, then you give the 100%. If it's a friend that you don't like that much, then you can give this one.
So flavor profile is different. Growing up in the US, you could get imported pineapple cakes and it typically was this winter melon filling.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more bland, I would say, but it's still very tasty, kind of a rich toasty flavor. Caramel, just delightful outside in this kind of jam-filled middle. But I will say the
100%.
凤梨, 100%, it has that bit of acidity, and it has, when you caramelize pineapple, you get a lot of flavor development. So while we reminisce over delicious flavors and pineapple cake and pineapple goodies here, I want to thank Alex for joining me today here in the Fruit Lab, where we explored the amazing world of pineapples.
Yes, I learned so much about native fruit, Taiwan pineapples. Hope to come back and learn some more.
And there are more fruits out there to explore, so we'll see you next time at Jason's table in the Fruit Lab. Bye.
Bye.